New Year's resolution. First off, how was your Christmas? Oh really? You spent it with your family. That's great. No one else does that. Now that that's out of the way, how do you maximize 2018? Step number 1, get rid of your smartphone. Downgrade to one of these. A dumb phone. You can get them at Target for $15. Think about that. My credit every month is double that. Yeah, I still got credit. I'm still one of those 12-year-olds that goes, yeah, playing it all on Snake. Oh, I'm going to try and download one porno and you go, oh, 5 seconds, how good's that? That's the golden age of phones. Anything more than that, weird, freaks me out. The fact that you could do your banking on your phone, that you could go, no need, I just need to ding. The next step is that it's going to just be in your hand. We all know that that's what it's going to be. There's none of this hooking it up straight into your eyes. That's the next step. The first step is so you could just go, beep, 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 beep. Why do I need to use my finger? It's already in these digits. It should make it look more like a phone. Why do you speak like that, CEO of Macintosh? Because I'm a robot. We all know it to be fact. All of that. Not one piece of that is refutable. In the meantime, hey, by the way, Steve Jobs won't let his kids, now that he's beyond the grave, he still looks at them, he haunts them. What a bad dad. The point is, when he was alive, he used to say that his kids weren't allowed to touch smartphones and tabs. Why? Because they're addictive and they destroy your mind. We all know it because we've all been on the bus, and before every time you caught any form of public transportation, including planes, the whole time you sat there as some 40-year-old in a trench coat going, geez, I specifically said not to be any next to any babies. You don't get that anymore. When was the last time you heard a baby cry? That's not normal. They've turned our kids into damn robots and I'm taking them back. Well, probably none, but there might be one mum here that goes, yeah, that's the good point, I've been meaning to do it. Anyway, it's just too hard. Here you go, Dora the Explorer on demand. But it should be gotten rid of. It should be banned. Because you see it all the time now. They're just staring there with their little tiny creepy children of the corn faces, staring at moving objects, completely hypnotized. I don't think that's what kids are supposed to be doing. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be so annoying that you sit there and go, oh my God, please re-legalize beating kids. That's what you should be thinking 70% of the time that you're hanging around kids. God, if there wasn't such a thing as help, I would be smacking this kid so hard right now. You shouldn't be sitting there going, how are you doing on yours? Oh yeah, you're looking at, what are you looking at over there? Some kid that filmed a dead guy over in the Japanese suicide forest? That's freaky as. Our version of that, this is such a, hey, back in my day, 2008. But we did, right? We didn't, there was, when we were kids, we were not looking at some idiot filming himself going, no way, a dead guy? I did not expect that in the suicide forest, man. I just came here for a leisurely walk in the park. We just had Pokemon. Just little things that looked like hammers calling themselves Hammermon going, how much more wholesome is that? Give me back the dancing hammers. I don't want to see a dead guy when I'm 6. All of this is possible because of this stuff. This is all parenting regulation. Look, at the moment I'll admit, this is pretty Dr. Phil, right? Me just sitting there going, let's talk about your kids, even though you don't have them, you're too scared to. Come on. Where are all the little weird Christian couples that get married at 20 and we've got 7 kids at 22? Where are you guys? Stop procreating, damn it! Let's talk about the fact what this actually does to your mind and how it's completely destroying any chance you have of creating a life that you desire, because essentially what happens is, if you're not focusing your attention on something, something else is grabbing your attention, and the things that always grab your attention are total shit. It completely, the best example of this is, in 2016, I read 10 books. My average for the last 5 years was 40 to 50 books a year. I was basically reading a book a week, and because I was taking notes, I was a little bit lower than that because I turned into one of those Jewish scribes that sits there going, let's text, be the guy you want to be in your head. Never heard that before from a self-help book. I was doing that. It was great. I felt much more intelligent. Then 2016 came along and Donald Trump was too hilarious not to look at. So that whole year, The amount of intelligence that I got, think about it. PhD's worth of knowledge is 50 books. If you read 50 books in a field, you have the equivalent of a PhD's worth of knowledge. That's what I was getting almost on a yearly basis. I was pretty much up to 6 PhDs when it comes to self-help. I've read 300 in the field, all right? I'm not lying about it. If you took me up to one of those little chip things, it'll be really invasive and what happened to privacy, man? But I swear to God, that's how many I've read. God, that sounds really desperate at this point, isn't it? Yeah, I did! Exact same thing as one of those kids. No, ask him, I totally did. I definitely have 3 Charizard cards. The thing is, as soon as you start looking at shit on these bullshit devices, it starts taking your attention away from what you should be focusing on, and you know what you should be focusing on. It's like healthy food. This is the difference. Everything on this, not this because this is great, this is the best piece of technology mankind has ever conceived, something that has a little bit of color and probably still has polyphonic ringtones on it, not real ones, too advanced. So downgrade on that. But the thing is that when you have access to this, you have access to constant sites that are designed to distract you and keep you on as long as you possibly can keep you on for. So Facebook, for instance, has people that are paid from Vegas to make their website like a slot machine. They also, the same color that Facebook is, that the blue, that's the blue of the sky to remind your brain that it's all right, you're just looking at daytime the whole time. That's what they're designing it for. They're designing to keep you on as long as possible. The thing is that you will never learn, except for Friendly Jordies, it's the only thing on Facebook that will give you anything of any semblance of intelligence. Everything else is dumb. Even those science sites. You don't need science. What did that help you with? The earth is flat. Got it? There's very little though, obviously. Most of it is just there to design you. It's all that stuff of, you'll never believe what happened to this guy. Did he fall over? Yeah, do you want to watch anyway? Hell yeah, I want to watch. It's all of that crap. And it keeps coming into your feed continuously. So it's just moving from one video to the next. It is even more addictive than television. Some studies are saying that it is 4,000 times more effective at keeping your focus than, hey, we've got Grant Denyer attempting to be that funny black guy from the US and failing dismally. I wonder why that isn't able to keep your attention for half an hour. But a bunch of 1-minute video clips of people stacking it is obviously going to keep it. There's a reason Australia's Funniest Home Videos has been on for so long. And on top of that, Facebook has figured out you don't need the guy going, I'm about to fall over and oh yeah, I did. You don't need that annoying sound effects guy that clearly lives in the Gold Coast and probably has had 3 wives. So, what these smartphones are actually doing to your brain, on a neuronic level, they take as much attention away as someone saying, this is fact, this has been documented, researched, put in some crap paper like news.com where I read it from. They said that you, when you've got a smartphone, eventually what starts happening, because your brain gets so addicted to the process of it, it's like with rats, how they're able, if they push a button and they know that food is going to come out, they only push it when they're hungry. If they don't know that the food is going to come out, they just keep pressing it until they die. That's what happens with these smartphones. With these smartphones, sound like such a Jewish grandma. But anyway, with these smartphones, the way that they're keeping your attention is, it's constantly dinging and buzzing of going, oh, is this a message from your friend? Oh, it's not, it's just a notification that somebody tags you in Farmville. Again, it's still a good thing. They keep, the constant dinging and flashing makes you think, is this going to work? Is this something that I'm interested in? Is this something that I'm interested in? Is this something that I'm interested in? So it starts training your brain to continuously look back at it. As soon as you look at one of these, it takes your brain 20 minutes to realign into a mode where it can actually focus on something for an extended period of time. Now just let that sink in. Every time you look at your phone, even when I look at my text messages on this piece of crap, my brain has been taken out of the zone, as an 80s coach would say. And really, what is the difference between them and me at this point besides this crap hipster haircut? Never going back there again. I probably will. Can't be bothered to find a new hairdresser. Anyway, he's a great guy. Look, why do you care what he's like? Sometimes he wears parachute pants. Are you sick of facts about him? Because he also has glasses. So anyway, the thing is, it takes your brain out. It takes your brain out of focus. It just starts putting it into this crap little, you know that feeling. You can feel it in your mind. That feeling of McDonald's for your brain. As opposed to when you read a book and afterwards you go, that was pretty challenging. I feel a little bit it's like you've just worked out. That's the feeling when you've read a book. When you read this, it's like, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Why wasn't that song on the charts longer? So, that's why you want to get rid of it, because let's go back to the original fact that I was trying to state in the first place. When you have one of these phones, it is the equivalent of someone saying to you, this is how much attention it is taking away from you, even when you're not looking at it. So, all bets are off when you turn into that creepy little hobgoblin child that sits there and goes, hey, do you have a mum? Maybe, I can't remember. All I know is Dora the Explorer's dancing. You turn into that when you're looking at your smartphone, so that completely destroys your ability to focus in the long term, and that is what has happened. By the way, I've talked about this in a previous video. Economists are now factoring in that everyone has a smartphone and they look at it first thing in the morning, and it's completely destroyed our ability to focus, which means that nobody is able to develop skills that advance the economy anymore. We're all just little slot machine jockeys. That's what we become. You know what I'm talking about. Smartphones have turned 80% of our generation into one of those Chinese grandmas at Star City that piss themselves. That's what we are now as a species. Because of that, you gotta get rid of it. But on top of that, even when you're not looking at it, the equivalent of just having it in the room, the fact that it's there, even if it's not beeping, buzzing, doing its little fancy whistles, if it's not doing any of that, it is still the equivalent on a subconscious level of how much attention it's taking away from you as someone saying to you over and over again your name, just going Matt, 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 Matt. Could you imagine getting anything done? It's madness! You gotta get rid of it! We adopted too quickly, we weren't ready for this! It's just turned us into the Chinese grandma! Do you want to be the Chinese grandma in your life? I don't think so. So that's why you need to get rid of it. Got pretty intense at the end there. But I know that more than 99% of you are going to look at this and go, he's right. Anyway, next video. Oh my god, that monkey's pissing in the air and drinking it. And that'll be the end of it. Don't let that happen. Go to Target right now. Even though it's probably closed. Just sit out there and wait like you did for your iPhone in that massive line. Just sit there going, you still got one of these shit phones? Yeah, we've got hundreds of them. I'll take it. Get it. Get this little crap $15 phone. That is the best way that you can possibly start 2018. If you do, I can guarantee you are going to have a far better 2018 than you did in 2017. The other thing is, because it desensitizes you, there's so much stimulation coming out of it, this is what's happened to the generation lower than us. They've started to devalue real life things, even presents. You know, when we were kids and we went to Christmas, went to our auntie's house, which is where the Christmas was. It's a pidgin English sentence. Still, don't look down on those people. They were given a bad hand. And we were given those, and we were given a present. Yay! Anyway, what's the next one? They don't even have that anymore. This is what kids have. This is what my nieces have now. They open up presents and they go, cool, awesome, nice. And it's like talking to a disgruntled 25-year-old when they're 10. Because they've just seen so much stuff. Because they're getting constant stimulation from their phone. Nothing in the real world matters anymore. And again, look, I know that materialism's a bad thing, but this is just a really weird hyper version of it anyway. But something that's really good about humanity and the fact that it wants to attain things is that it goes and achieves goals. This makes you goalless. I don't know why I keep picking up my good phone. I love this phone. Anyway, the point is, get this phone. Get this phone. See ya.